friends, it's Sherry. Welcome back into my channel today. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you for joining me. We're going to be working a little bit today on our tall, skinny document style journal. I haven't really worked on it since the last video that I showed of this, and actually that video got some pretty good views. So I'm hoping you all like this video too. So if you want to see what we're going to do today, stick around. We'll get started. All right, let's get rolling and get this YouTube business out of the way. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so that you don't miss another video. So what we're going to do today, we're going to add some pockets. We might make a couple of things. I really don't have a specific plan in mind. And I don't know exactly what we're going to do, but we're going to have some fun. So craft along with me, grab some supplies, and let's get going. All right, the first thing I need to do is I decided that this is some cardstock from, oh gosh, let me bend over here. This Recollections paper pack, Say Freeze. Probably got it at Michael's. I really don't know. But anyway, that's what any of this cardstock I use today is going to be out of. And in my big, I do want to show you one of my cutters, but this isn't going to fit in there. So I'm going to make a couple of side pockets out of this because it matches so well. So what I want to do first is, let me look at my measurements here so I can kind of get my bearings of what I've done. You know how you make your little marks and then you can never find the other one? Okay, so I want it this way. Is the way, okay, this is the way I want to cut it. This is going to be the height of my pocket. Or not the height of my pocket. I mean, it's just, I needed to cut this much off. Is that right? And then, is that right? Or did I cut my other? Oh boy. Okay. I wanted to cut that much off. Let me look. Let me double check myself here. Okay, now my height was going to be, I think I might have cut. My height is going to be about, I'm saying about-ish, right, let's say right there. My journal measures 11.5 height. It's a little bit narrow, I think narrower than some. And so now what we can determine, and I think I can show you on the other cutter, excuse my reach here, but now we can determine, oh yeah, there's our belly band we got to put in. We can determine, so I think we got a good height here for that. We need to determine how wide we want it. And we want it to come, I'm going to start it right about there, just under 4 inches. So I'm going to say maybe 2.5 inches wide would be plenty. So what I wanted to show you guys, and I know you'll appreciate this, I found this at an estate sale. I've got the, you know, my Cricut cutter, and I've got my Fiskars one, but I don't very often get, oh, I'm not going to be able to use it. It's going to be too tall. Well, I've got it next to me, so we'll use it, but check this baby out. Isn't this neat? I just love it. I think it's so pretty. It's like a, I don't know if it's a walnut wood or what it is, but it only goes to 10.5 inches, and it just isn't quite long enough. So we do have to get this back out again. I hope you are all doing well, as I said. No, I haven't. Have I said that? Have I asked you how you're doing? Probably not, because I've just been rambling on. Make sure I'm in frame. I think we decided 2.5. So let's do 2.5. We'll make one for the front and one for the back at 2.5. I do find these tall, skinny journals to be a bit of a challenge as far as pockets go, simply because they're so tall and narrow. Get my vintage photo out and my quarter rounders. I think I'm going to round the inside corner at 1/4 of an inch. My 1/4 inch, yeah, that's my 1/4 inch. I think it's probably about time for me to clean this out again. And then again, one side at 1/4 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch. And then we measure approximately how long are we? We are 10.5. So 5.25. Yeah, 10.5. Just right about 10.5. So 5.25 would be our middle. 5.25, so we'll mark that right there, and we will get our punch and just punch both at the same time. Might as well. So yeah, this is really a fun journal to do. I probably will do more of these tall skinnies. I just don't know that I'll do another Christmas one. I do have a craft show coming up. Oh, and that leads me to my next thing I was going to tell you. I wish I had smell-o-vision in here because I have been making yesterday and this morning candles for my craft show, and it smells so good in here. My craft room is actually, it's my craft space. I've got a multimedia or mixed media table set up, and then I've got my desk where I pay my bills, my craft desk, which is what we're at right now, and then I've got my candle pouring bench. So it's a very busy little room, as you can imagine. So we're going to have one here. We're going to have one here. But yeah, my point being, it smells really good in here. So I wish I could show you that or smell you that. And this is going to be our fabric flip. I think for the other side of the fabric flip, let's see, that's the... not the sewn page, but the next page. I thought one of these other papers would make, put my scissors on here, a nice belly band. These are just some strips as well. Oh, this one would be really nice. Look at that. Won't that look nice there? I like that idea. Okay, so we are going to go with that, and we'll use that as a long, skinny belly band. What time did I start? I started about 12:52, maybe about 12:45. Okay. All right, wasn't 100% straight, but just slightly. There we go. Just a little sliver of that. Little sliver of that glitter there. And then, so this we're going to want to be, I want that poinsettia there, or you know what, I want the poinsettia because this one has it at the bottom. So this page, I want it at the top. So I'm going to say, let's cut it right about there. Scissors out. We can just lop it straight across. What is the weather like where you are at? We are a little bit cooler today. That I'm just going to quarter round all four corners and ink this up. Yeah, we're a little bit cooler. I mean, compared to a lot of places, we're 52 degrees, which isn't super duper cold, but my house stays kind of cold because it doesn't get a lot of direct sun. So it always tends to stay on the cooler side, which actually in the summer is quite nice. Okay, so we have our belly band for there. Still a little bit to trim, just a little bit there. I don't know why, but just a tiny, tiny bit. We'll re-ink. There we go. Thought we had it. And I'll have to re-corner round. 1/4 inch. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, I've been busy with my getting candles made. I've made 1, 2, 3, 3.5 dozen so far. And the only reason I had to stop at that, well, 2 reasons. One was I ran out of jars, jars. I need to get some more. And then my youngest grandson, Cove, came over for a little bit this morning. So when he left, I took care of some bills I had to do, and then I could play. So we've got that there. And that's kind of a big white page. I thought we might do something fun here. I printed out again. These are Rachel's document pages. I wish my printer printed borderless, but it doesn't. At least if it does, I looked and I tried to get it to print borderless and I had no luck. So I wanted to do this fun little thing, but I'm either going to have to cut them down or I'm going to have to ink them. I wonder which would work better. Because if I cut them down, then they're smaller. I really don't want to cut them down. Let's see, is this... Because this is my regular size copy paper. And that was when I just did something on it. I really don't want it any smaller than that. So what I think I'm going to do is let me keep some paper underneath my desk, underneath my mat. And let's I'm just going to grab my ink and I'm just simply going to ink up a little around the edges. You know, I should have done it with my blender tool, but that's okay. Are you guys doing any craft shows? I think that's the only one. That's the only one that I know of. There was another one. I like to do the fairgrounds, usually puts on a good one, but they're putting on one this weekend and we're already camping, so that's not going to work. And then they're putting on one, I think she said the 3rd of December, but it's going to be outside. And, you know, sometimes we can be pretty blustery and cold here in December. So the one I'm going to do is at the VFW post, and it's on the 9th, and it'll be inside. So I'm happy about that. So anyway, I had to bent that up a little. had to get some more candles made. I'm probably going to be making at least another 3 or 4 dozen. So I've got plenty of time. Well, not plenty. I've only got a month, and they need to cure at least 2 weeks. I make soy candles, so they're really nice candles. And I've got a lot of people that buy them from me, so hoping they'll do well. Usually this time of year is the best for candles. I always have a fall and winter collection, and then I have like a spring summer collection. So mostly I keep my friends in candles, but that's okay. That works too. All right, so what we're gonna do, I saw this on a video the other day. I don't remember her name, but I'll pop it up on the screen, and then I'll link her channel below. Okay, so what she did, I thought these would be kind of fun to put in here. What she did is you take, doesn't really matter on this. Let me think, okay, because this might be the side you would want to have pop out for your writing space, because you could write a little bit right there. Okay, so I'm going to take and simply just fold this up a little bit, like so. Turn it around. We're going to fold this almost to the edge, but not 100%. And then you're going to have, this is going to be tucking under here eventually, but what you're going to do now, once you do your second fold, flip it over, and you're going to do your third fold right here, okay? And then you're going to open it up, and right where, see your flap is right there, you're going to be cutting just to where, beyond this. So in other words, if you cut right there, mainly what you want to do is see that little edge, because you're going to be tucking this in, and it needs to fit. Doesn't have to be perfect, but you just want it to fit, because when you fold it over, what's going to happen is this is going to tuck in here, okay? And then you're going to fold this way. So what you're going to want on your page, let me get a page that I haven't squinched up already. Oh, I have some cabbage dyed paper going today too. And then next I'm going to be doing more avocado dyed paper. So what you would want is, okay, after you do this, you've got it folded and then you've got it cut, right? You're going to open it up just a little, and you're going to take and you're just going to glue these 2 corners. I just thought I'd make a couple of these for this journal today. They can be used as tucks. They can be used as writing spots, pockets, however you want to do it. But we'll take and just put a little bit of glue here and a little bit of glue here. Close that back down. Okay. So that when you tuck this in, that's gonna be glued down, provided you give enough time to dry. And then how this is gonna work is you're gonna want to put this way. Say you're putting it on a page, okay? This is my page. Say this is my tall, skinny page, because that's what I'm gonna be working with, okay? Say it's this way, right? No, it doesn't really matter. Okay, say it's this way. What you're going to want is you're going to want to glue it however you want it on your page. Let's say we want it on the inside, okay? We can choose, because what you're going to end up with is this is going to flip out. And I can get a hold of it, that is. This is going to flip out into writing space. Sorry, my fingers are not wanting to work today. Yeah, this is going to flip out. Okay, you're going to have this attached, however you decide to attach it to the page. And then you're going to No, wait, that's not right. Is that not right? Hold on, took me a minute to figure. Oh no, this is the way. This is the way we're going to want to have it. Okay, so this is going to be on this side. You're going to decide how you want to attach it, whether you want to attach at the top and the bottom and the side and have a tuck, whether you just want a narrow top tuck. That's going to be depending on how you want it. But what you want to do now, once this is glued down, however you choose, you can now open this up and it becomes writing space. And then you tuck it back up, tuck it back in. And not only do you have, you essentially would have, you could, yeah, you wouldn't want to glue that. So you would have an extra little tuck, but it wouldn't be glued together. Otherwise it wouldn't pull apart. So you could have these three sides glued and then just have a tuck spot, say, to come in here with something. Or you could, and then I think, or you could just decide to do one side and the back and here and have this kind of a tuck. See what I mean? So we just decide on whether you want to tuck to the side or from the top. So I thought that was a fun idea to throw in here, and we'll do another one. Maybe we'll put that right here, because that's kind of a big page. And if we wanted to, we could do some collaging or some blending behind that, just to sort of break up that stark white. And you could decorate these more if you wanted. You do it however you want. So let's grab another one. We'll do the same thing. Okay, let's grab this. And again with my paper, but this time I'm going to do it with my blending tool instead. Yeah. Just so I don't have to cut that border off and lose any of my real estate of my paper. Yeah, so I'm excited. So at my craft show, usually what I sell is, I do have a few other paper crafting things that I've had, and I sometimes will sell some of those if anybody's interested, but mainly it's my junk journals and my candles. Candles and journals is what it is. And if I have the time, I might make some like bookmarks or things like that. So we'll see. See what time allows. As I said, we're going camping this weekend. So it ought to be fun. Might be one of the last camping trips for a little while, because it is cooling down and we'll have to winterize the trailer. Okay, here we go. So we're going to do this again. This side doesn't really matter. I think there's a little bit more affordable writing space on this side. So we're going to tuck this like so. Just fold it like so. Try to fold it straight if that's anything you can manage. Come back over. Come almost to the edge, just so you have enough room to tuck that under. And then remember, you're going to flip it over and you're going to fold that over. And then you're going to come to where your fold is and you're going to cut your little corner just so you can see the edge of your paper there. And you could re-ink. So then now you have that, and you're going to glue here, here, I have, I think, one Christmas journal left from last year. Maybe a winter journal, although I can't remember. That one might have sold on my Etsy shop. I'll have that linked below too. And then I made a December daily, Joey Card Maker December daily. So that I'll probably take. And I don't know that I'll do another Christmas one. We'll just have to wait and see. Okay, so at this point, got that there. Oops, we're upside down. And then this is going to go on this page. So it's going to go this way. And then this one, where did we put, oh yeah, there's our belly band. And then on this one, we're going to want it to go this way, right? Let me think about this, because you're going to want it to fold out and be writing space. So maybe you would want it the other way. Let me just think what we've got here. It's the spatial things in life that are sometimes a little challenging. Yeah, if you did it here, then you would pull it out. Yes. Okay, so this one would go this way. Mind you, these are not embellished yet or anything. I haven't put anything else on them. They're just the document pages. Okay, so that's a couple of those that I thought would be fun to throw in there. Some of these tall white pages, they're the ones that are a little bit challenging for pockets. I mean, you don't have to cover them up. You really don't. You don't have to do that. So yeah, we've got quite a bit left. I'm wondering if maybe some of these we might not just want to take and put on some, put like a strip of, coffee dyed paper to write on, because these papers aren't really, I mean, you could write on them, but that one might look pretty with some pink, with some avocado dyed paper. You could just sort of put it on there, or even just make a large pocket, which would cover a lot of it, and then you could that. Told you we're just sort of crafting on the fly today, which is fine. I had a hard time figuring out what to make for dinner tonight. I had leftover tri-tip and I had leftover pot roast. And I'm going to make some chili. One of my girlfriends is going to make a pot of spaghetti for one night camping. I'm going to make a pot of chili. So I decided to go ahead and recycle my, I'm going to quarter round these top edges. To recycle my leftover tri-tip and my leftover roast, I cut them into like cubes for chili, like the size you might use for chili. And you could do a writing space and make it even a little pocket, or you could just do writing space. Let's do that, and then maybe we can add a pocket. Yeah, so I cut it up, put it in the freezer. That way I can take it back out, and I will get my beans probably soaking tomorrow. And then I think I'm going to do the chili Friday because it has to cook a little bit longer. So I can have that cooking when we set up. And then if we do a ride or something on Saturday, her chili will be easier to cook when we get back. Yeah, I think that's going to be pretty there. We can put this one here. Okay, that takes care of that page. What might we want to do here? Excuse me, I need to get a drink of my water. I've got this pretty, fairly white though. Oh, excuse my reach. Trying to reach. I was just thinking of making some like multi-pockets. Maybe I would choose that one first. Oops, we have a red one as well. Sorry, my dogs are barking. If they get too loud, I will shut the door. What I'm thinking on this one is make it, I don't really want to cover up the stitching, but I'm thinking we could make like a large double pocket. Let's see how we go with that, guys. So yeah, so that's kind of what's going on with me right now. Just making sure you can still see me. Yeah, so tomorrow morning I have to make a run to the grocery store for a few things. What I might as well do, because I'm going to want to do this on the other side as well. Let's put this in. Get some of my junk out of my way. Go right there. Putting some scraps over there. So hopefully these turned out approximately the same. Yep, looks like it. Set that there. So what I was thinking was maybe we could do two. Let's see, we want, so this is mistletoe, so we want it hanging in the right orientation. We cut it right about there. Right about there. It's not going to take up the whole page, but again, we could, this is just approximate, no measuring or anything. That wouldn't be bad. If we took and we're going to make this a pocket and this a pocket. So we could take these two, punch them together, punch those together, maybe take this one too, cut it about the same, right at about the same size. There, we could decide if we wanted to, maybe we'll just quarter round the bottom too. Quarter round there, and quarter round here. And we could make this a, got a little bit off center there, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and ink so you can, so it sort of stands out a little bit on there. I don't know how much it will because it's fairly dark paper. Yeah, I did get a little off center, but that's okay. And I'm just really, guys, coming up with just quick pocket ideas as all I'm doing right now. Just quick pocket ideas for this journal. Okay, so we just want to glue here. Why are we not wanting to work? Probably because it's got a little goober on it. Yeah, I think I mentioned that I wasn't sure what I was going to do for dinner. So I have a couple pieces of tilapia, and I was going through my pantry, and you know how you get down to the point where you've got just a few little chips in the bag? I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take and squish up those chips, and I'm going to make like a tilapia crust, potato chip crusted tilapia. And then I got some fresh spinach in the farm, the Tally Farms box that I get every week. I could link that too if anybody's interested. So this one I can go put here, and we'll do something behind when we decorate these pages and the ephemera. We'll do something behind the page so it's not so stark white too. So again, same thing here, but let's try to get our hole punches a little bit better this time. A little bit more centered. Let's see. Yes, we want our hole punches here because that is mistletoe. Yeah, so I'm just going to do that, and in my farm box, the farm box, we got some really nice fresh spinach, and I like to use the stuff that's the more perishable sooner. So in other words, I got some beets. Those can stay a little while. You know, they'll be fine to wait even till we get home to do something with. Even, I hate to admit this, but even if I don't use them for food, I'll use them to dye paper. Because you can get really pretty dyed paper with beets. But anyway, I'm going to do the spinach, and I'm going to do the potato chip crusted tilapia. I think that'll be good enough. So I was kind of proud of myself. I used up the both of the things of the meat to freeze for the chili. So that was good. So none of that went to waste. We did have a little bit of chicken left over from last night, but I made a sandwich with it for lunch, and I packed it up for my husband to take for lunch tomorrow, because there probably won't be any tilapia left because it's just one piece each. They're nice sized pieces, but it's not a huge dinner, so I don't think there'll be leftovers. And that'll be kind of nice because then when we go Friday, I don't have a whole refrigerator full of leftovers that I feel bad about. Of course, my mother-in-law is going to come and stay with Max and Willow, so she could always use them, but yeah, they'll be glad. They love their grandma, their Amma. Okay, so those could go there. Let me look at some. I did pull out some pre-made ephemera that I had. I know most of it won't fit, but there are my dogs. I did make a pocket with one of the more narrow. These both fit, yes. So these could just be pockets. Could decorate behind here. Hi, Willow. And then fold up maybe just a document and put it in there. That might be a good way to go, since we've got those. So we're getting there, guys. We're accomplishing things as we go here. That one could go there. And then Next page. The one after that I have this in, so that's kind of handy. We have just a thin little glassine bag. This one, there's room to write here. So this I backed. Could almost just do this what are we doing there? That one doesn't have any. I was wondering if you could make that just a hinge. I don't have anything, I don't have any other, or let's see, what else do we have? We have some of these. That one's really not. So this one is Christmassy. This could fit on here. These are the things we made. Who did we make these with? Oh, goodness sakes. Oh, this goes around the page. That's right. This is an around the page, and it goes here. So I don't know that I'd want to cover. You could go up there with it, though. Use it here. Wrap it around. We might have done these with Rachel. I almost think we did. Yeah, we did. We did those. Maybe that was a Roxy's Weekly Challenge. So I've got another one of hers and another one. So let's see. If we went on the other side of this, we would actually have to flip the other way. So that probably wouldn't work. We could do it on another page. We need something a little different. You know what we could do here? I'll show you what we could do here. We could do, let's take some of this really pretty ledger paper. I'll show you what we're gonna do here. I'm gonna take this, we can make a little bit smaller, so it'll be okay to tear the edges off. Okay. So these will do, let me get these out of my way. These we're gonna do. Let me think about this. I can cut it. Ooh, that looks neat. Oh, I still have a little bit of a white edge there. And there. How did I miss that? Oh, because it's on the other side. Probably. The same thing we did before. I'm going to fold this up. We're going to fold this to here. Flip it over. Fold it like that. But what we're going to do different is, because remember, this is where we have to cut into our corners. We're going to make this a sideways belly band, right? So where's that going to be? Lost where we're at now. Okay, that's that one. This will be this one. And we will see where we need to cut it to. We need to cut it right about, right about there, which actually then gives us 2. And then we're going to come in here and we're going to cut that so we can tuck it in. Cut that so we can tuck it in. And then we can put this as a sideways belly band that can then tuck up. No, wait, we'd have to go this way. We'd have to put it here as a belly band, and it tucks down and then comes out to right? Or is it the other way? Let me think about it. Hold on. Hold the phone here. Let me see which would be the best way to do it. Or does it flip up better? Don't think it really matters. You could do it either way. So you would adhere it on the sides for a belly band, but then you could then bring it down to right. So yeah, so we can do that there. And we can probably do the same thing with this one. That one's a little bit off. Okay, oops, sorry. Could do 2 sideways belly bands with these. And then keep in mind, we'll do something behind the pages with them too, because they're not very big. So those will go on, that can go on there as a belly band. Okay, since this was gonna come, this one's gonna come right here. So then we stick that in there. That's gonna come in here because it's gonna wrap around. This has this, so we really don't need to put anything, maybe just some coffee dyed paper in there would be nice. You could just do a strip of coffee dyed paper if you wanted. Let me think. 1 more, 2 more. Okay, we've got a few more things to make for this, so let me see where I'm at time-wise. Okay, you guys, I think that's all we're going to do for today, but that's given us a few more things that we could do. Oh, you know what? We'll go a couple more minutes because I will need to make some more stuff. So we've got that. That's kind of bulky. So what if we skipped that one and came to here? We have these over the top things we made with Rachel too. So what this would do, well, it could go either way. It could go, this one might be a little bit thick. Yeah, that one's a little bit thick. We might be only, unless I make another one and make it thinner. Oh no, this is an around the corner one too. So yeah, that couldn't work there. That could possibly work. Not there. Because this is another one of those around the corner. You've got a pocket on this side. You've got a pocket here. You've got a fold up there. Pocket here, pocket there. Should be covering up some of the images. So let me give that some thought and probably work on making the rest of the pockets and the ephemera. And then the next time we work on this journal, we'll try to get it all put together and finalized before we're done. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm going to clean up my mess here and go do some dinner prep. So, all right, you guys, thanks for crafting with me today and keeping me company. And I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye.